Yo, what's up? Today's video, I'm just going to go over the classic era PvP Shockadin. This is pretty much what a standard Shockadin build looks like. You'll be able to out-sustain people really well with this build. You'll be really good in 1v1s. Your damage will seem a little bit low, and I think casters will probably give you the most trouble out of any class. It'll probably be really strong against melee, and it'll be very strong in like group play. Like you'll pretty much be on par with like a healer for the most part. Maybe do a little bit less healing, but I don't think anyone's even gonna notice, especially if you have like, you know, you're just wearing like standard just spell power gear that you'd have on like a tier set, and then like spell power rings or something instead of healing ones. You're not gonna see that big of a difference. Like it'll still be good. But yeah, I think that's where this build shines, is 1v1s and playing a group. Your holy tree will pretty much never change. This is just the standard holy tree for Shockadin. You'll be able to raid with this spec too. The only thing that I could see maybe doing is if you really want improved lay on hands, you can. So you can run 33 instead. But yeah, you don't need anything else. This is just standard holy. This is all you need. This first build is actually Dracova's like one-handed like sustain build. It runs a 5 redoubt, 3 shield spec because you're mainly using one-handed shield, Guardian's Favor, 3 precision. This allows you to not have to run so much hit gear on your gear. You need like 5%, 6% hit in PvP. I would say around that is where you want to be, because you don't want to miss hits. Like you already have low damage for the most part. You're not really bursting, you're like sustaining in fights, so it's really good for like 1v1. It can be good open world depending on the situations, but it's still tough. And then you run 5 benediction, 2 improved judgment. I think this is a really solid, just standard, if you want to go one-handed shield holy shock build. You can still do pretty decent damage. You'll be able to out sustain. It's not a bad build. I think it might kind of fall off in like the later phases, like phase 6, but early on it's really strong. So classic fresh, this is a good build. Something else you can do is instead of going to the ret tree, you can go 31-20. So you put points going down into improved hammer of justice, which is good in general in PvP, getting that stun. You also get kings, and you get 2 improved concentration aura. I mean, it's not that big, but I guess it can help a little bit, you know, it's not bad. This next build is probably my favorite one, 31-0-20. So instead of going to any protection, you just go deep into ret, and this is like probably the burstiest Shockadin build you could play, and you focus more on like a 2-hand, and you get Seal of Command. So you can like hybrid attack power, spell power it up, and you can actually get your spell power pretty pumping. I know a lot of people don't like running Pursuit of Justice, and they just run minor movement speed on their boots instead. You could do that, so you don't need these points. You can put 2 into Vindication if you wanted, or you could be spicy and put 1 here and put 1 into Improved Seal of Crusader. So you could judge Crusader and it'll boost your damage a little bit, but you don't need that. It's just another thing you can do. I prefer Pursuit of Justice just so I don't have to run minor move speed on my boots. I just like being able to run fast and be faster than everyone and catch up to them. You could also do 2 improved lay on hands, but I don't really like that. So that's pretty much it for the talents. Those are like the standard specs you can really do, maybe a few variations from there. Yeah, I'll talk about trinkets and items you can get next that are really good for Shockadin. I might miss a few of the items, but if I do, just comment down below. Like, I'm not going to get everything, I'm not perfect, you know. Skullflame Shield is really good. It scales 1-to-1 with spell power. Hikari Manslayer apparently does also, that drops in ZG. As far as weapons, you'll want anything that has like healing power on it, spell power. For 2 hands, you want to have like probably both, like a good attack power weapon and a good spell power 2-hand if you can get your hands on them. It's hard to find good 2-hand spell power weapons unless you have Grand Marshal, or there's a few that drop here and there, but not very many. So it's kind of hard to get, but you want anything that has spell power, 1-hand healing power weapons. Those are all really good. When it comes to gear, you'll probably want something like tier 2, tier 2.5, even the ranking set, like the rank 10, or if you can get to rank 13 or 14. All those sets are really good. If you want to go for more of like sustain build, honestly, even tier 3 is really good. You can out sustain people like crazy with that. here's just a few notable trinkets. There's a lot more that you could probably use that are also really good, but these are just the first ones that came to my mind. Some trinkets are harder to get than others, but these are all really good. If you made it this far into the video, thanks for watching. I've been trying really hard to just make my content a lot better than it used to be. Just better quality, better everything. I'm just trying to get better in general. Yeah, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, comment down below, whatever you want to do. Thank you if you made it this far. Peace.